So this is already trimmed to make sure that the edge is perpendicularly cut. Okay.
Okay. Now we can load also the other one. In this case we have 1430. Do you want to try to load it? You try. So yes. And the last thing is unlock cardboard. Yes. When it's yellow, you can.
So SX means the left side of the machine.
Yes.
DX means the right
The
side.
right side.
The right side if you are behind the machine, but if you are
Yes, we always look at the machine from behind.
from behind.
Yes.
Okay, so remember that always look the machine behind. So you are in the same orientation of the machine. And the door is magnetically locked with the safety switch.
Yes.
Auxiliary circuit and then reset.
It was automatic before.
So now we are loading the next cardboard.
Did you put stop? Okay. So there's another. Error while detecting longitudinal unit position. If you press ACK, in this case the transversal axis doesn't see all the unit. So if you press ACK, you try again, and normally the alarm disappears.
So we go back.
So you can go back.
Then we can cut off.
We see, maybe you remember to cut off.
So it
Reset.
okay. So this is for the next, the second in-feed carton. So the first one we load for the first case or the first storage. You call it storage, yeah. And then now we load the second storage.
Okay. Then what else can we do from here? If we want, for example, to clean the machine or something else, we can unload the cardboard. So the machine, remove the cardboard from the machine, that's to the lift. Unlock here and remove all the cardboard, and then clean or make maintenance and what you want. We can go outside this page, and now we can go straight to the production page. So we can see that we are in automatic mode. We are in the. What do you mean? We have 5 lists of work. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can divide, I don't know, the customer or the delivery. And when you, sorry, when you are in a list, you can start it and stop it. When you start the list, you can add one box on this list. Here you will find all the box archive, so the customer already saved some boxes inside.
Can we change this to letters or names rather than numbers?
You can give the name. You can give a number of letters what you want.
Okay.
From here you can select the box design that you want. There is a lot of boxes inside. You can see the drawer, the box was open and closed.
So this is what you made, or typically it comes with the machine?
Comes with the machine. Yes. There is a lot of different kind of box.
With the dimension, no?
We have to put in
The dimension, but this is only the design or the
design
style,
of the box, yes.
the typology of box.
Yes. When we select our box, we select OK. We can make a box for this. So we change the design. For example, this box is okay for panel. We set the length of the box of the items. 1047. The width.
So it is in millimeter.
Millimeters, yes. You can also change in inches.
Yeah.
And
Length, width, and thickness.
yes. Here the machine asks for the cardboard type, but we save all our cardboard with 0, so it will be okay. Then here we have some option. So in not all the boxes, all the option is available. For example, here we can select just we want the box, this is the cardboard, in this direction or in this direction. If we leave auto, the machine use less cardboard as possible. The same with this, they just turn the box. And this is because the machine always made minimum 25 millimeter of waste each side. But if you want, you can remove the lateral cutting waste. But you know that if you remove this cutting, the box will come out not really perfect. So I suggest you to leave like this.
So there will be offcut of
Yeah.
how many millimeter offcut?
Minimum is 25.
25 millimeter
Yes.
for each side. So 50 millimeter will be the offcut.
Yes. Then here we have another option. It's the K parameter, but for example in this box is not available. And here you can see the flow of the box. Here you select how many boxes you want. In this case 1. And the number of packages inside it. So the machine can make more than one box at the same time, but the boxes must be the same. The cardboard must be enough, and the cutting blade must be enough. In this case, we have 7 unit cutting blade. You can arrive till 12. Is the maximum.
You can add another
5.
5.
In this case, yes.
But you have to do configuration to the machine.
Yeah. It's not so difficult also the configuration. Okay, when we are ready to, when we fit everything, we press OK. And the machine stop. And the machine start. Here you can see that that one with the green flag is already done. That one is in production now. If you select the box, you can see also the dimension of the cardboard and also the prices, because you can set the prices of the cardboard.
Okay.
Square meters.
So you can know how much
It goes for
it costs. But normally one roll of that cardboard, how many linear meter?
Is right there. Okay. Is in thermal. I think there is 201 sheets, and every sheet is made by this measure, so you can calculate it. It's not right the.
So 1,430 multiplied by 201 sheet.
Yes.
So that will be the length of the
Yeah.
linear meter of the box.
No, multiply by this. This is the width, this is the length.
Okay, so multiply by 150. So if it is 200 multiplied by 1, it's about 220 meter,
Yes, more or less.
more or less.
I made the machine made the box, but it was better to turn the measure. It was easier. I have to make it again with the
With the inverted casing.
Or modify the box. If you see the draw, you can understand why I turned the measure, because B must be bigger than L.
Per minute, how many boxes it can make?
The machine will give you a report and it's right there. How many boxes per
But
minute.
approximately, if it is a continuous production,
Depends how many boxes you made. Then there is the report page here. And the machine tell you also how many boxes. 2.5, 3.6. Depend.
2.5, 3.6, 2.4 boxes per minute.
Yes.
Depends on the sizes.
So there's the cutting here. Okay. When the length is when the height is very low, it becomes a little bit more difficult to close the box.
So this type of box, design number 0401 is one.
Okay. You understand better than me.
That means
Another design is better. You already tried? Yes, like this. This was,
yeah, this is perfect.
it was easier for the operators.
Okay, so now we see how the operations of the machine. Yeah, any other information that requires to.
Can we stop a little bit and just drink some water? You just take one of the aluminum parts, you bring here the cardboard, you leave a few millimeters, and then you close the screw like this.
So it should be exactly, or there will be some tolerance or
There is
clearance.
some tolerance. You can leave a few millimeters. In this case, we leave 2 centimeters, maybe it's too much, but it's just to take the cardboard straight. But the cardboard is always moving, so if you leave a few millimeters, it's better.
Okay, so it's not required to have it
No,
pitted
that doesn't
here.
have to touch it.
Yeah. Okay, so how many bars are there?
Oh, there's a lot of it.
So basically, the machine comes with this
Oh, this.
guide.
The spare
guide
part
bar.
is something more for you.
What are those?
We can go on the table and I show you. Safety device from this gate.
Okay, one safety device.
And the other safety device for the other gate.
So it comes with the machine.
One of these.
This is
But
for what?
For the gate, but it's without any sensor or nothing.
So it's no use.
Not now. Yes, it's used, but it's difficult to break it.
Is that hinges or what? Handle. This is for hinges.
This one has the cable. This one no. So there's one with a cable and the other one no. So you have one spare for this and one spare for this.
Okay. So that is for the front door hinge.
Then we have a kit of blade, transversal and the longitudinal, 2, 4, 7. Yes, we have one photo cell. Is that one on the exit here?
Okay.
This one is that one on the lift.
Can you show me where?
Oh, this.
Okay, and this
This is in the front.
in the front where exactly?
Where? Here.
Okay. Here. Okay, so these are the cutting blade and creasing blade.
This is on the feeding group, but I don't know if you can see it. Is there? See it?
Okay, so there's a spare sensor for that.
This one is that one on the lifter. So it's composed by two, one on the top and one on the bottom. One is here, and the other.
Data logic S3Z FR PRPF. Okay, so PNP light.
The other one is there.
So we got two spare sensors. And this sensor is what you call this sensor? For this for what application?
Is to see when the cardboard is going from the lifter to the feeder. And we have one of these. Here. 1 and 2.
This sensor is for
One is to see where all the other unit is positioned, and the second one is to see when the cylinder is back on forward.
so it's a bimetal sensor.
Yes. One read sensor.
Read sensor for the pneumatic cylinder.
For the cylinder.
This is common, no? I mean, same for all.
Yes.
Part number is this. Metal work. Okay.
Then we have one cylinder for the transversal hook. It's for this movement. It's just there.
Okay. And you have the memory backup, memory battery.
backup and the battery for the PLC.
So this is the backup and the battery for PLC.
Yes.
Okay, so this is very essential
Yes.
spare parts. Backup, battery model is CR2477N. Okay, so CR2477N, and the cylinder is metal work pneumatic. This is the part number. As we have here the read sensor, part number is also here. Metal work pneumatic, part number. And we have the SIC. This is for bimetal sensor. So this is the model number and details. Okay, I think it's an 8mm bimetal sensor. And telemechanic sensor, part number. And also this another SIC, part number. Okay, the photo cell. And another tubular sensor. Okay, data logic M18x1 photoelectric sensor. And data logic PNP light sensor or reflective light sensor. And the door limit switch, part number.
Is
Brand is telemechanic.
How many?
And
this never.
the blades.
Never.
So we have the greasing blade,
Very long you see.
Yes. The other one when it doesn't cut anymore.
and there is that one is for the this is for the cutter.
Yeah.
So how what will be the sign that we need to replace the blade?
So
Because it's not sharp. It's
this is sharp.
okay.
So this you change just when it's not sharp anymore.
So how, can you determine if suppose the blade is blunt, what will be
the
the
operator will see it when the cardboard doesn't cut. It's not cut it well. You have to replace it.
okay? So whenever the cardboard is not being cut well, then it's time to replace. And this is for the. There is another hinge here, no, with the sensor.
There's a safety device. This is with the sensor. This is. There you go.
hinges.
Safety device hinges with the sensor, and another hinge without the sensor. Okay, so the essential spare parts is available with the machine.
No, it's an optional. You buy the option. The
With-
optional. Normally the machine comes without nothing.
Okay, so we purchase with the option of the
Yes.
basic spare parts.
Basic spare part, yes.
Perfect. What the training that we conducted is for what?
Now, so we already see how the machine is composed. How, there is the starting of the machine, how to load the cardboard, and how to make the box.
Okay.
Now we are going to see some other option of the machine. So we can see that inside the machine there is the box archive, is where we can save our boxes. So it's like the production page, but from here we can just save. Want to turn it? So we can give a name on the box. You can give the name if you want.
Put the name.
Randy.
Okay.
Then you select the box. What you want. You give the measure.
So let me check how much money I have, so I can put that inside that box.
We prepare for you.
Big pile of money.
5.5 height.
Huh?
5.5.
You already measured my height, huh? Okay, so we are now on the process of creating a sample box or a program particular with that specific name, and we are giving the dimension.
Yes. We can make it a little bit smaller so we can produce it. Then when everything is done, here for example we have the K parameter available. What is the K parameter in this box? We can see from the draw. Is the first flap is normal where we put the glue to close this box. When we press OK, the machine checks the feasibility and save it in the archive.
Okay, so
So-
that is how you create a program or
Yes.
the.
Now when we go into production, we will find our box. That's box list, Randy box. Okay, so will be so fast for the operators.
Okay, so you just have to create multiple programs
Yeah.
and you select accordingly, and you can produce.
Just scan.
Yes. Now I show you also how to use this. Do you want to make this box your box or?
No, it's a big box, so not required. I mean it.
So if you want to remove the box from the production,
Okay.
you have to select it, delete it, and make a reset.
Okay, so always have to press the reset.
Yes. We go back to the archive. If, for example, we save one box with the name of one barcode. For example, here we have this barcode is S40238. And we save it with the right dimension.
So
1000. Oh,
1000.
One. Width is 561 and 787 80. Okay. It's okay. If now we use this scanner, if we scan the product, the machine will automatically start the production of the box for this part.
perfect.
Now we can do this box so we can test also with the other part.
Okay, so that's the convenience of using the barcode reader. You don't have to do many programming. You just have to scan it, select, and then enter. The machine will produce accordingly.
You have to. Now you can hear that the cooling system is working.
In the electrical cabinet.
Yes. And if you want, you can also say import all the archive from the office file.
Okay.
Now, if you take a look to the manual, you write how to compose the CSV file. So the operator just have to scan and nothing more.
All right.
I think
Perfect.
it will work in this way in the future.
Yeah, I think so.
And the box is done. In the main page, we also find the setting page, and from here we can change the language. You can change, but you don't have to change, never, the PLC IP address. You don't change it. And here we have some options. For example, automatic delete of finished batches is because you can import from your office the data to make the boxes. And the machine, if you want, you can automatically remove it from the list. Then, if you are always importing your batches, the machine can put in the order per week. So the machine start to produce before the small box, then a little bit more. Why this? Because every time that the lift have to change the trays, you lose time. So if you put in the order, you can save a little bit of time. You can change the measure in inches. And if you want, but there is not the possibility here, you can enable the labeling. It's an optional of the machine. You can add a label printer.
Oh, okay. So where to place the label?
Where you want. Normally there is a table, or they put on the top of the machine. You can put also in another part, or I don't know there.
Meaning
it just
you have an external printer,
yes,
and you will just
printer.
what you call that label filter printer, and then you can connect it, link it to the machine.
Yes, just with a cable, a data cable. You can connect it here.
All right.
Then from here you can disable the imported batches. So you can import the batches, but all the batches will be disabled in the list that you select. And for example, you can enable when you scan the barcode, the machine enable box. And the last thing is you can set the prices of the cardboard.
Okay. By the way, the operator can replace the boxes? Can put the carton? No,
Yes.
they can load it.
Yes.
Okay, they are trained to load.
Yes. Sure.
Perfect. Okay, let's
But
continue.
If they have questions, they will ask to you.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, we can go outside this page. We see really fast the barcode reader page. From here you can see what this scanner is reading. If, for example, I scan one code, the machine tell you that. Hey, stay there. The code was not found in the archive, so we can't produce any boxes. And here you can see what code I already read with this. Another page is the report page. From here you can see, select the period, and you can see all the information about your production. So the code of the box, or the name, the length, width, height, box type, cardboard type, if this box was composed one box or two box, how many boxes we made, how many boxes the machine made, which number of the trays the machine used, when we start and when we finish. employee time for one box, how many boxes per minute, the thickness of the cardboard width, the box length, the box overall width. So we used this width cardboard, but for the box it was just this. The cardboard consumption in square meters and the percent of waste. Then from here, in the future, you can also use this option, is the fanfold optimizer. Here you have to insert how many cardboard you want to load. In this case, we can use till 4. The minimum width, the cardboard type, the minimum waste, and then you can calculate by historic data. You select the period, and then the machine check if you can change the cardboard. And for example, the machine suggests you to use this cardboard, and so your waste from this percentile will go to this percentile.
Wow. So you can save a lot of cut.
Yes. You say now our scrap was $23.5 or euro, what you want. If you change the cardboard, it will be 13. So you can save a lot of money.
Can you change this from pounds to
No.
UAED?
No, but you can change the prices here. So it's the same for the machine too.
But it will be always in pound.
Yes, you will see always pound.
Not the dollar, not
No,
AED.
no change.
Okay.
Okay. The back page is for our software engineer. So from here they can see maybe some error or some problem. And normally the operator doesn't need to go inside this page. The last part is to go outside the program. You go outside from here. If you want to restart the program is this, it's box link. Or from here you can go in Windows for some option or something. The password is Panotec, P-A-N-O-T-E-C. I'm sorry, just stop the video. I make it something wrong.
Okay.
The last part is the PLC. We press the button, we press again the screen, and then here we have all the parameters about almost everything. We start with the parameters, general parameters. From here we can select the length of the cutoff, 400 millimeters. If you want to change, the machine will ask you a password. Password is 2. Then you can change it if you want. Then you can modify. Normally you don't have to go under 400 millimeters if you want that the cutoff come out automatically. Then there is the minimum width of the longitudinal cutoff is 25. I suggest to don't go under this measure, otherwise you can have a lot of jam inside the machine. The maximum width of longitudinal cutoff, now I set it to 1000 millimeter because we have just 2 cardboard, but normally the customer try to save cardboard, so he say, okay, if I have more than 400 millimeter each side of waste, don't put this box. I try to do it another way. The minimum overall box length is 400 millimeter, and you can change it. Then there is transversal cut edge overrunning. So when the transversal unit is working, cut 10 millimeter more outside the boxes to be sure that cut all the cardboard. Longitudinal cutoff maximum length. When the machine produces the waste, the machine cut in a small part, so it's easier for the operator to put it on the waste. Parameter is not used anymore, so I don't explain you. It's for nothing. Generic cardboard type. So we say before that we save our cardboard with the cardboard type 0. So you can save with cardboard type 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, what you want. If you, when you are making a box, if you write cardboard type 99, the machine doesn't take care about the name of the cardboard. Will take automatically the best one without with less waste. From here, you can enable or disable the axis reset, so the 0 puts the homing of the axis, and normally during the production they have to leave it always on. Just during the maintenance, if you do something special, you have to remove it for testing the machine. This part is not used in this kind of machine. From here you can change the measurement unit from millimeter to inches. And
Just one moment.
and from here you can select your box, for example this box, and we can set the parameter about these boxes. So we can set the default K parameters from here. You can select the default parameter of this.
What is this K1, K2, K3?
So if we see the box, there is K1 is the flap.
K1 is the flap.
For example, this box K1 is this.
That is the right side of the box.
Yes. So also if you change this measure, the box doesn't change. And this in this box K2 is the overlapping of the closure. So you can set also for the production page, but from here you can set the default parameters. And then, if you want here, you can adjust also, have a static adjustment of the box. So if you have to insert some protection on your item, and this protection is always the same, you can automatically add the measure of the protection on the box. So
Increasing the
Yes.
width.
Yes. The length, the width, and the height. Then from here you can have some other option. The box
So
production
basically this is BL, BL, and K1,
yes.
and B/2.
B is B and half plus K1, K2 is this part. This H, B plus K2 and a half is this page. Then from here there is other option is box production cycle, continuous. Stop at exit one by one. So continuous is if you want 10 boxes, the machine start and made it
Continuous production.
continuously, yes. Stop at exit is till you don't remove the box from under the sensor here, the machine stop.
But as per default, it is
Continuous.
continuous.
Normally it's continuous, yes. And one by one is that the machine made one box. Then when it's finished, start with the other. When it's finished, the other.
By the way, we did the reboot. If rebooting means all the program deleted, no? Gone. If you go to the factory setting,
You can't go to factory setting. If you change here, it's in the PLC this part.
so the program or the dimension sizes
Yeah.
is still there, even though you reboot the
Yes.
software.
Yes. Then we'll set it continuous. Batch and cycle. So you can import a lot on the list of the batches. So with more than one box. When it's finished this box, the machine can continue the production with the second batches. Or batch by batch. So you have always to to give the machine the command to continue. And stop. Cut American boxes flaps. So the American box is only like this. And we don't have it one open. So I'll show you on screen. The American box is something like this. Cut the flaps is these two parts here which is missing. You can cut or leave it there. So we'll
What do you mean? This corner will be trimmed?
yes. Normally no just this. Where you see blue here.
Okay, the B2.
Yes. If you want to, you can leave it there, but normally it's not used this parameter. And activate the creaser on longitudinal trimmers is when you have a very strong cardboard and very heavy cardboard. When you cut the waste, the lateral waste, you go down also with the creaser, so it helps the conveying to keep the cardboard. Offset adjustment. Here there is a lot of parameter, and normally you have to set just these two parameters. Is after many years the valve of the cylinder will be warm a little bit, so you can adjust the intervention time. But there is just one parameter for all the unit. So if you have a problem just with one unit, you have to replace the valve.
Which is variable.
So inside the unit here there is two valves. One is here and one is there. Is to move up and down the creaser and the blade. After many years, maybe they can be warm, the valve, so the intervention time will be longer. So you can adjust it. You can say, okay, go down with the blade a little bit earlier to cut perfectly your box.
Okay.
And
So it delays the command for the
Yes.
pneumatic cylinder to
Yes.
to open and close.
Then we can see the cardboard tray adjustment. This is the measure of the cardboard tray number 1, 2, 3, 4. There is also till 6 because in other machine there is 6 trays of the lift. So the machine knows that from the 0 you have to move just 2 millimeters to go in the first trays, 173 for the second trays, and I don't know if in the future the chain will be a little bit longer, because it can happen. You can modify this measure. So you have to look if your tray is exactly on the right place. If no, you can adjust it here. Here you can just see the IP address of the PLC, so you don't have to modify it. Box type order. This is just when you open the production page and you go inside the box type menu, you will find the box in this order. But if, for example, the customer always produce just another box, for example this, and he want to see it for first on the menu, you can just have to put a bigger number than 1, for example in this case. Put it 2, so these boxes will be the first one on the menu.
Okay. So arrangement and
Yeah. No, not 0, 1.
order parameters.
Yeah. Normally you don't read it because there is just 2 pages of boxes, not too much. So.
Correct.
Here, the most complicated part and also most dangerous is all the parameter about the transversal axis, and normally you have to take care just about these 2 parts. The movement time of the blade in the right side, on the left side, and the movement up and down with the crease. It's the same than before about the delaying time of the valve, but here you have the time. You can select. Now we know that the blade needs 0.046 seconds to go up in the left direction and also in the right, and need 0.064 seconds to go up. To go down, sorry. In the future, you can adjust this time to arrange it so the machine can, I don't know.
But if you suppose by chance they change the parameters
Yeah.
and the machine is not performing properly, by rebooting it again to the factory setting,
We have to call our company.
but if you reboot it, it will go back again to the same parameter? No.
If you want, we can change the password.
Okay.
So just you.
Yeah, only the
Try to
engineering
replace
password. No?
Yes. And here you can select the speed of the cutting, creasing, and slitting cycle. But normally the customer want to work at 100%. And that's all about the parameters. Then we go inside the axis adjustment. Here we have, for example, the conveyor axis adjustment. Normally you don't have to touch till here, so we can set just a resolution, and the resolution can be touched when the feeding rose is a little bit warm. So I don't know, if you ask for a box is 1000 millimeter length, the machine make it wrong, make it shorter, because the rollers become smaller. with this you can adjust it, and normally there is a formula to adjust it. I can write it down. We made a box with a length 1.5 meters, but the length is the real length is 1,490. 1 millimeter is missing, so we have to do this measure, real length, multiplied by the resolution.
Where is resolution?
There.
Okay.
Divided by this measure, the length of the requested box. Then you put the result here.
Okay, so this is the formula. Huh?
Yes.
If the box is
Shorter or
Shorter.
longer than your measure.
so, if it is longer, the same formula.
Yes. Yes. But to do this, normally we have to before put the thickness of the cardboard to 0. And you have, no, I show you how I do normally. I put all the cardboard, the thickness to 0. Then I made this box, the 0300 here. That's the bottom. Normally I try with 1.5 meter, otherwise it will be too little. Oh, sorry, Nick, can we close? Just switch on the machine. The machine is going to show because we just switch on the machine. So you have to see which trace is used now. So we're using the number 2. So we can set the resolution of just number 2 now. Okay. You have to take the measure, not the first part. Now story because the machine is used. So not the first part, because the first part of the boxes is made by the photo cell. So take the first, the photo cell read the beginning of the cardboard and then give the first part.
Okay.
Then the other part is made by the resolution of the models. Okay, we can go back there. Then you can change the resolution here. Transversal axis, and here you normally don't have to touch nothing. The same on the lifter, and here you can set some parameter on the longitudinal processing axis. I don't know if, for example, one of the unit doesn't be positioned in the right position, you can change the position of the unit with the offset.
Okay.
So if from here you can select the number of the unit who are wrong, for example, and then you can change the offset. Password is always 2. And when you change the offset, you are moving the unit a little bit. For 5, I go to 7, it will be moved a little bit in the one side, or for 3 in another side.
So which side for the left and which side for the right?
I forget it. Also because one unit is with minus, the other with plus. So normally I also try to increase or reduce this value. From here you can change the password. So you set the password. The current password 1 is 1. You select the new password and you confirm it. So you can change it. The same for the second delivery. Now it's 2. On the bag you can see some
Can we
information of the machine. So some information of the machine. You can see the EO status, but you can't force from here. So for example,
so if there is any alarm or something, you can
yes, the alarm page is there. I will show you for
maintenance training.
yes. So you see that now all the brake is on, all the cruise is off, and the output photo cell, for example, now is off. But if I put something under the sensor, we see that
Yes. Output photo cell.
yes. So you can have something like the diagnostic of the status of the machine. From carbon consumption, you can see the number of the trays. In this case, 4. You can see how many meters of cardboard we have worked there, and how many boxes the machine made. USB management is just for the USB who are inside under the screen, and activation code is because normally when we install the machine there is this code. When all the payment and everything is done, the machine will be released. Now it's like in a demo mode. It's a trial mode.
How many? 2 years? 20 days?
20 days more.
So 20 days more. If they will not pay, then you will lock this.
Yes.
Machine will not start.
Automatically lock.
Automatically lock.
Yeah.
I will disconnect the internet. Again, it will be locked also.
No, no, yes.
The counter is there. Huh?
Okay, this is all the
But
parameters.
this is already paid, isn't it?
I will from remote, yes.
Okay, so what is this again? This is for enter machine deactivation. Huh?
Yes.
Machine activation code.
Okay, I think it's done. We did almost everything,
Okay.
and now I have to show you one thing. Not on. Oh, you want to go to lunch now, or do you want to continue? You can see the alarm. If you want to know what do you have, there is an alarm. Inside the manual there is a few pages where there is write the alarm, the meaning, explication and solution about all the alarm.
Okay.
So normally I suggest to print this alarm page and to leave it close to the machine.
But can we able to open from here? No. Because some of the machines there, you can access all the service manual, the alarm code, and even the lubrication.
No. In the manual is right everything, but is a pen drive, but you have to insert another computer.
Alright. Here you cannot, no?
No,
Okay.
that's all.